Hey everybody, I am starting a new series today called Crafting with Black and White, and I'm going to have a friend joining me each day for the next 7 days. Today I have Sara joining me, so be sure to look in my comments and find the link to her video today and see what she's doing with black and white. To start with, I am using some lace from SRM Stickers. This is one of their new releases this winter, and I'm going to cover up this 9.5-inch circle with it. You can see that I just put glue runner all over the place on there, and that's just going to help the lace stick. I didn't have a lot of great other options for adhesive at this point, so I decided that I thought that would work, and actually it worked really well, just because I didn't I used a lot of it, so that helped it stick really well. And then I'm lining up those scallops to make sure I cover the whole thing, and there's a little tiny overlap, but nothing that's obvious once we're into the layout. I decided to do this series on using black and white because I recently did a layout using a black and white background, and I just had so much fun doing it, and I loved the result. And so I decided that was something I wanted to play with more, and I invited some friends to join me. So for the next 7 days, you will see us working on black and white patterned paper backgrounds, or using black and white patterned paper as a focal point, or in some unique way on our layouts. So be sure to be checking that out, and there's even going to be a prize at the end of the week, so be sure to be checking out each day, and checking out the ones from my friends too. It gives you 14 inspirational videos on how to use those different patterned papers, so be sure to take a peek at all of them. So I have finished cutting around and eliminating all the extra lace, and I am ready to put this onto my black and white patterned paper. So this paper that I'm using is just a white paper with black Swiss dots on it. Comes from Doodlebug Design. Very simple, subtle, and you're gonna see I'm gonna be a lot less subtle in the coming days, but it was a good starting place for me today. I am also using a black and white patterned paper now that is from Paper House Productions, and I fussy cut those circles out of it, and I had set that paper aside a little while ago planning to use it in this series, and I just love how it looks. Love how classic and I don't know if romantic's the right word, but maybe the flowers look. It just was so pretty in the black and white and grays, and so I was excited to finally cut it up and use it. I have added red for my color today to my layout, and I'm doing that because I am doing a layout about my husband's installation at our new congregation. We recently moved and are at a new church, and they do this thing called an installation, which is basically a celebratory worship service where they celebrate that they have a new pastor, and the colors that the pastors always wear for that is red, and so I wanted to highlight that with my layout. So I'm using some pictures of my husband and his mom, and my original design plan was to just have one picture, but as I was looking through my pictures, I realized I really needed to include both of them. They both are special pictures of him and his mom, and I didn't necessarily want to do 2 layouts, and I couldn't relinquish one of them. So I ultimately decided I'd use 2 and go for the memory and modify my artistic plans for the layout. And so I'm using my laser square to line those up, and then I'm going to go ahead and add a title. And I'm using some acrylic letters from Pink Paisley, I believe, and I made those into stickers using some adhesive, and then I am going to just put those across the top there, and then I'm going to spell out our church, Lutheran, over the top of Hope. Our church is named Hope Lutheran, and so I didn't want the layout to look like it was about having hope as much as making it clear that it's about something happening at that church. And so I'm going to go in and I'm going to add in some little red stickers that are letter stickers from Doodlebug, and they don't show up great on this video. They are kind of hard to see. You can see now I've already got a few on there. But they do show up well on the picture and help define the layout, and I actually kind of like how they end up looking combined with those acrylic letters up there at the top. So SRM has released a whole bunch of Bible journaling stamps now. They have been releasing them for the last year, and she's been adding more and more, and she's got just a great selection. And I think this is actually the first time I've used them on an actual layout. I've used them a ton for doing Bible journaling and Bible artwork and in my planner and cards and so on and so forth. But today I wanted to actually incorporate one into a layout. And so you're going to see me doing that in just a minute here. And you're going to see how you can make a stamp work on a layout. You can probably guess where I'm going to put it because I am specifically leaving some white space on my layout in order to be able to add those stamps on. So I decided that the layout needed an extra punch of color. It was just too one-dimensional for me. And so I pulled out some gold foil and gold glitter leaves and flowers that came from crate paper, I believe. I believe they were from a Maggie Holmes collection a few years ago. And I added those on. And then my last big thing that I'm going to add is just some of those stamps that I was talking about. I decided to go with that day. It would be great to add on "The Lord is my strength." And so I am using an older stamp set that, and by older, I mean it was released last summer. It wasn't one of her brand new releases right now. And I am just adding "The Lord is" up there above the picture of him and his mom. And then I'm going to add in "my strength" down below. One of the things I love about her Bible journaling stamps is that a lot of the words are split up. Some of them are together, but more often than not, they're split up. And that makes it really easy to do something like this. I can center "the" and "is," or I could have justified them up against the picture, or, you know, I have a lot of options, and so I really love that. And then the same with the words "my" and "strength." I was able to put those where I want them. They didn't have to all be part of one big stamp. So that is my layout for today. You're going to see a picture at the end, and I added in 2 corner pieces, but that's it. That's the gist of it. I'm going to be doing a giveaway at the end of the week. All you have to do is leave me a comment on my video, and I will have a $20 gift card to scrapbook.com to give away. Thanks so much for being here today. See you tomorrow.